Well, it's a time for a dose of rock news here on ClassX Radio. Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to be bossed around by Gene Simmons? Well, if you've got the cash, you got your chance. You see, the Kiss rocker is offering up what he calls I call it the ultimate scam, but it's the ultimate Gene Simmons experience is how he's marketing it. A chance to be his personal assistant and the band roadie for the day. The package is only available to one person per show, but that person will become a member of the Gene Simmons band crew for the entire day. They'll help load in and set up for the show, get a GSB crew member shirt and hat, and a laminate, of course. They'll start the day off meeting Gene, and the members of his band to go over the day's schedule, and they'll also get to hang out backstage, attend sound check, and have a meal with Simmons, who will bring them on stage during the show. The package, well, it's good for the purchaser. Yeah, you gotta buy it. And your guest will be included as well. And it includes a signed set list. They can all bring up to four items for Simmons to sign. Plus, they'll receive a signed bass guitar that Simmons used for rehearsal. And folks, it's really not that big of a price. I mean, come on. It's only $12,500. But as an added bonus, you also have to buy your own ticket to the show. If you'd like to be scammed, well, you can find information at GeneSimmonsActs.com. In a new interview with Europe vocalist Joey Tempest, he spoke about the band's plans for the follow-up to 2017's Walk the Earth album. He was asked if the musical direction of the upcoming album will be similar to that of Walk the Earth and 2015's War of Kings. And his answer, well, no, it'll move on. It'll be a new adventure. But I realize hearing some of the demos we make now that it's really strong with some really great melodies, he said. Some of it is really heavy as well, but there's also some connection to the past. The band, they're very melodic. I'm excited about hearing this new album. And he also says he's really excited. There's some great songs coming on, and it's been a while, so we've had time to live with the music, almost like a debut album, almost like the first album, because we've had years to live with the songs. We know some of them are really strong because they have staying power. They've stayed for years now. So, yeah, this could be an interesting album. No word on its release, though. Bryan Adams is giving another preview of his upcoming album. We played the first single for you a little while ago, Roll With the Punches, and that's also the name of the album. But apparently they've dropped another song just recently. It's called Make Up Your Mind, which he says is a song about making the decision in a relationship to either move forward together or finally just move on. He added, if you've ever questioned the past, yearned for another shot, or felt the bittersweet sting of what if, well, this song is for you. Make Up Your Mind is the second song Adams released from the album. Roll With the Punches, and the 16th studio album is expected to drop later this year. Legendary rocker Ted Nugent spoke about his recent announcement that he'll celebrate the 50th anniversary of his iconic rock anthem, Stranglehold, with several exclusive speakeasy rock-out gigs this spring and summer. Regarding his decision to return to playing live, he said, well, I never used the word retire. A lot of people say, how come you're going to play again? You said you're going to retire. Well, I never used the R word. I made it quite clear that I still craved to play. In fact, this morning I was playing through a Gibson Birdland through a Fender amp and my feet never touched the ground. I'm still absolutely stimulated by the pursuit of musical guitar adventure. So with Jason Hartless and Johnny Big and my buddy here, John Coots in Texas, we're going to do a bunch of rock outs in Texas coming this April and May. And then in Michigan and maybe beyond in August. But yeah, I still play. But I need to be home to my damn dogs every day, he said. When I leave home, my dogs, they look so sad. And when I come home, they just about blow up running and barking and turning in circles. So I have my priorities, he said. He added, this year I will break 7,000 rockouts. I will go over the 7,000 mark. So I'm an old man. I'm 76, but I still crave grabbing that guitar, playing these grinds and grooves and flaming fun music, he said. And Nugent's latest album, Detroit Muscle, was released in April 2022. No word on another project, though, just yet. 50 years ago, David Bowie releases his 9th studio album, Young Americans, which was considered a departure from his glam rock style, focusing more on funk, soul, and R&B influences. The album, which came out less than a year after Diamond Dogs in '74, featured a backing vocal by then unknown singer Luther Vandross. Its first single, the title track, peaking in number 28 on the Billboard Hot 100. And of course, the classic second single, Fame, with John Lennon joining him on guitar and backing vocals. It became Bowie's first Hot 100 number 1. Fame was actually one of 2 songs on the album that featured contributions from Lennon. The other was a cover of the Beatles' track Across the Universe. Young Americans turned out to be a breakthrough album for Bowie in the United States, and the song Fame, well, it was one of 4 Bowie songs to be included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame list of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. And it's been over a decade since Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers keyboardist Benmont Tench released his debut solo album, You Should Be So Lucky. But he's back now with his sophomore release. It's called The Melancholy Season. Tench says that while he's had enough songs to make a new record since about 2017, things had intervened, he said, that kept him from doing so, including health issues, a new baby, and then COVID-19. But he thinks the delay wound up working out for him. He says, though I had enough songs, I didn't have all of the songs. And these songs, the ones that came in later, when put with some of the early ones, made a coherent whole. Tench says the tracks on the album paint a picture of what he was going through between 2014 and 2019, which include Petty's death in 2017. He says of the songs, it's more of a picture of what was in the air for a concentrated period of time during which there had been a lot of changes. As for naming the album The Melancholy Season, Tench shares, I thought it was a good title for a record. I also thought that it summed up the mood of the record pretty well, but no word on the release date of that project. That's your update for Rock News today. You can find these classic rock news updates now on TikTok, YouTube, the ClassX Radio Facebook page, as well as X, Gab, and Truth Social. Just be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us. And discover classic deep tracks, B-sides. You can do it right now at ClassXradio.com. And you can listen live on our TuneIn channel and also on our very own mobile apps on your app store. ClassX Radio is rock and roll radio for baby boomers and Gen Xers. And we'll catch you next time right here.